Good day everyone. Welcome back to the Azure Database Watcher Series. In this video, we are diving into one of the most secure ways to monitor your Azure SQL database, especially when it's hosted inside an elastic pool and accessible via a private endpoints only. We will walk you through step by step how to connect Azure Database Watcher to an Azure SQL database using Microsoft Entra Authentication for secure identity-based access and top it off with a managed private endpoint to ensure maximum security and performance. This method eliminates public access and embraces the full power of zero trust architecture, making your monitoring setup both robust and secure. So, if you're looking to implement best practices for Azure SQL monitoring, you are in the right place. Don't forget to like the video if you find it helpful and subscribe to the channel for more deep dive content on Azure and beyond. Let's get started. I'll be adding this particular SQL database, JBEP1. If you see here, this is in an elastic pool. If I look at the elastic pool directly, JBEP, and you see that the elastic databases are like two databases. When I click on that, you will be able to see that we have these two databases under this elastic pool, JBEP1 and JBEP2. So JBEP1 is this one. This is the database that we are going to add to our JB Watcher. Let's look at the network settings for this particular database. Let's go to the server which is hosting this database and then search for the networking. And then if you see here, the public access is set to disabled. Yeah, so we only can use private endpoints to access this database. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is like I will go to our database watcher, JB Watcher, and then what I'll do first is like I will first provide the required access. So I'm going to add a database that's on the elastic pool. So I'm going to select this one and I'm going to use the Microsoft Entra Authentication. So let's click on copy. Yep. And then what we'll do is like we will add this particular login onto our database JBEP1, that is like on the server JBEP which is hosting the JBEP1 database. Yeah, so this is the one. So let's go ahead and execute it. Let's wait for it to complete. It's completed now. Let's look at the login. If you can see here, the JB Watcher login is added now. Let's head back to our DB Watcher page, and then let's click on add. Before adding, what we need to do is like we need to create a managed private endpoint from the database watcher to your Azure SQL database, which is in the elastic pool. Let's click on add, and then let's name it as private endpoint JBEP1. Yeah, so JBEP1 is my database. Yeah, so resource type would be Microsoft.SQL servers. Yeah, let's select the resource as JBEP. Yeah, and the target sub resource would be SQL server, and then let's click on create here. Let's wait for it to get created, and then what we'll do is like let's head to the SQL server which hosts our JBEP1 database, and then we will approve this request there. Yeah, let's wait for it to complete. It's getting added. Let's wait for it to complete. It's created now. Yeah, so let's head back to our JBEP SQL server here, and then go to this private access. And then if you can see here, the private endpoint that we have created is available now. So just click on that and click on approve. Let's give a response message as DB Watcher and then click on S. Wait for it to complete. It is success now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the database watcher and then head back to my SQL targets and then click on add. Resource type would be SQL Elastic Pool. Yeah, let's select the subscription. Let's select the server. In my case, it would be JBEP. That is where my Elastic pools are. So let me select the Elastic pool, which is JBEP, and then the connection database. I have two databases. I will select JBEP1 here. Yep. And I'm not going to use read intent nor SQL authentication. So let's click on add, and then let's wait for it to complete. So if you can see here, the SQL target is added, and if you can see here, we are able to see that JBEP is added here. Let me scroll to the right and then see the database name for this particular resource, JBEP. If you can see here, we have this connection database as JBEP1 that's on the JBEP server. So what we'll do now, let's go to the dashboard and then see if we can able to see this particular Elastic pool added. Let's head to the dashboard, and then if you can see here, we have this Azure Elastic pools in the dashboard, and we have this one here which shows like one database is added. Let's click on that, and then let's do the regular checks that we normally do. Look at the ingestion statistics, and then if you see here, the time right now is 6:33. Yeah, so if you see here, I'm able to see that we have the latest data. Now if I change it from 1 hour to 5 minutes, we'll be able to see like the latest sample time. The last sample time is 6:33:38 p.m. So it proves that we are collecting the data recently. Yep. So in my next video, I'm going to add another database that's on the Elastic pool using SQL authentication, and we'll use public endpoint this time. So just wanted to show you guys how do we do for private endpoint and then the public endpoint. I've already done for Azure SQL Database and then managed instance. Now it is time for the Elastic pool. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Jai Hind.